And good morning. We are back on the I-80 and we are back on the pavement. As you can see, that was our warm-up this morning, hiking that, and we just got to make it to the top of this hill. We've got about 4.9 miles before we hit water, so we're going to try to conserve as much as possible. But we've got a beautiful day, beautiful blue sky, and we're just going to see how many miles we can get and just wing it. Come along for the walk. Continuing along the road, at least we're getting some good views along the way. Nice view of Katahdin there in the distance. And Mount Chase right there. Walked by that trail head yesterday. And we continue up the road. Not quite sure how much paved road walking we have today, but it looked to be about the majority. But it's very pretty. A lot of fields and things of that nature. Well, we've gone from tarred road to dirt road, and now we're coming into a little town. We've actually got a sidewalk. I hear a train in the distance. This is Smyrna Mills. I read in Far Out that you go past a post office and they supposedly have an outlet outside that they don't mind if you use, and a water spigot. So if that's the case, that'd be great. We did get water along on that real straight stretch of dirt road. The guy was outside just heading out in his rig, big rig, to pick up a load, and he let us fill up water from his hose, so that was nice. So Mike and Brian haven't had to filter any water today, and I haven't had to be too picky about where I get it. So looking forward to being in downtown Smyrna Mills here in a second. I just stopped at that little RC logging supply store. I noticed a Coke machine in the window. Went on there and got a couple cans of soda, $1. How can you beat that? $1 for a can of soda. And I think I even see in the distance there, I think I see Brian and Mike coming. So I'm gonna hang here for a second maybe and tell them to go in there and buy a soda. Well, I did confirm what it said in Far Out. At the post office in Smyrna, there's a spigot right there and a power plug over there. So if you're low on juice, you can power up there for a little bit. It's right in the sun, which kind of stinks, but you could set it over there, then come over here and hang out under these trees here, like my friends are. But spigot, I went in and asked the woman just to be polite. She said, no problem. Take as much water out of the spigot as you want. So good resupply point for clean water. We are very close to the end of our day and getting off these hot paved roads. We're going to take a well-deserved, a little bit shorter of a day. I think we're going to end up about 13 miles, but that's fine. We did almost 20 yesterday. We just got to go under that overpass. Let's see the sign for Highway 95 there, blue and red sign. So under that overpass, and there's a motel with a great restaurant there, and we will be done for the day and get out of the heat. These roads just beat you down. Just had a good meal at the Brookside Restaurant, and we're all checked in now across the parking lot to the Brookside Motel. We figured we'd all just split a cheap motel room, and the lady, they don't have laundry, but the lady who works in the restaurant, Lisa, was very kind and generous with her time, and she said that if we get our one load of laundry together, she lives close to here, and she would drive back. So I got her number here on a piece of paper, call her, and she'd drive back and do our laundry for us and bring it back, which is just in the morning, which is just amazing. So we're going to pay her obviously for her time and just her generosity. So we'll get checked in and get a load of clothes together for her and just relax the rest of the day. We're over halfway. We're planning right now on finishing Saturday. So we've got 4 more days till the end of the main section of the IAT. We'll talk to y'all in the morning. Good morning. It is day 7, and we are back on the International Appalachian Trail. We spent the night at that motel right there in room number 7, 9. And had 3 meals at their restaurant. So anybody on the IAT, I highly recommend making this a pit stop, because you got the food, you got the nice motel, friendly people. I'm not sure if I mentioned it yesterday or not, but one of the waitresses at the restaurant took our, let's just say stinky to be nice clothes home and did a load of laundry for us, which was super, super generous. And so we're smelling much better today. And so we're starting the second half of the journey, or just under the second half, with fresh clothes. And today you're going to see a lot of this again. This is the trail for most of the day. It does take us, we're on Route 2 right now. In 0.8 of a mile, it's going to take us off of this to a little less busy road, which is good, a little safer. We're about 10 miles from Houlton, which is which is the biggest city that we go through on the main section of the IAT. So we'll do a little decent resupply there. Look for a little cache of wipes for Brian and I that my daughter stashed in the long grass out behind the grocery store there the other day for us nicely, and keep going north. We'll be back. Interstate 95 back there that we just went under again. And we're heading on the Ludlow Road, and we'll pretty much follow this for about 9 miles. And this will bring us in on the backside of Houlton, out by the Walmart that is there. So, great place to resupply. They actually have everything in Houlton. McDonald's, Pizza Hut, everything that a thru hiker's heart desires. We are still yellow blazing. I'd say we're a little under halfway to Houlton, so a little bit under 5 miles done. You can hear off to our east over there, you can hear the traffic on Interstate 95. But this is the Ludlow Road we're on. Haven't seen a lot of traffic, which is nice. Got ourselves a big 5G tower right there, so had some decent service, or have it if we need it. Nobody to call right now, but it's nice to have the service. Stay connected a little bit. This is a pretty much straight shot on this road. We got a car coming. The cars actually have been really good on this road about getting over too, which is nice. We've hit Ludlow Town Hall, making our way to Houlton. We just stopped back there at a gentleman's house. He was a veteran like Mike and Brian, so we were talking to him, and he said he did over 400 jumps out of airplanes during the Vietnam War. I'm mad because I should have got a picture of these two with him. That'd have been really cool, but we certainly thanked him for his service. And he said he would jump out of an airplane today if someone would let him. But his wife was amazing. She filled up our water bottles and threw some ice on top in there for us even. So it probably won't last long today, but it'll keep our water cooler for a little while. We got about 4 miles or so to Houlton. We're plugging along. We are coming into Houlton, finally. Put a 10-mile road walk right there. Not too much traffic till the end, obviously, as we got closer to town. And there's one of the IAT signs directing us this way right here. And that's a Hannaford grocery store, a local chain. Way over there is a Walmart. And I've got a cache out behind here that my daughter left me, so I'm going to try to find that before we head to McDonald's. See if we can find it. All right, from the looks of where I am behind the store, in this little pond with the lovely geese in it, I think my daughter was going to put it near here. Oh, in the grass. Oh, look at that. I could see it. Good thing no one goes for walks out here because they would have found it. Either that or they found it and then they put it back. But I got some wipes and I got a replacement filter. And happy you're enjoying the trail. Love, Lex. Oh, I got shorts too, because what was happening was I was taking off my shorts when we'd go to a restaurant or something. I'd have to wear my boxers, which was not only probably uncomfortable for me, but also probably for the patrons. So I got a good resupply there. I haven't filtered yet, but I don't know, I get a little worried about the chemicals and things they use on the fields up north when they for all the broccoli and potatoes and things. So I have my filter. I don't have to be quite as picky about where I get my water. So anyway, thank you, Lex. Love you. Appreciate leaving that there for me. And it looked to me like someone found it and then put it back, thankfully. I'm glad they did that. Probably because you left a note on there about enjoying the trail. So if somebody did, thank you for not taking it. Heading to McDonald's. Afternoon. Well, that was a great late lunch afternoon stop in Houlton. Got a little bit of resupply, just some snacks. We hung out in McDonald's for a while. I got my cash that my daughter left me, so back on the trail. I stopped at Hannaford. I also got some watermelon. So I just sat there in the shade and took my time eating. Mike and Brian had eaten at McDonald's. I just didn't feel like McDonald's food and wasn't really hungry, so they're about 15 minutes ahead of me. We're shooting for a shelter around Monticello. It's about 12 miles from here. It is going to be a poke. I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not. It has got really hot. It's about 77, 78 right now, and the humidity's coming back. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If they decide to stop, I'll run into them there. At least we're not on a road anymore. This is more like probably a ATV, four-wheeler type deal, which I'd take this anytime over the road because at least you don't have to worry about getting run over every few seconds, like on that road over there we were on coming into Houlton. I better get hiking and catch up to them. It's later in the afternoon and we're on a pretty cool bridge high above the water. And we're heading for Monticello. It's going to be a haul, but we're on this old railroad bed and we're going to be on that. We started it in just outside of Houlton and it goes all the way to Marsville. So the great thing about these old railroad beds is none of them usually had more than a 2, max 3% grade. So they are pretty flat. So we're thinking we can push a little extra today and get to the Monticello Trestle shelter. There's a lean-to there. And we should be able to. It doesn't get, I think sunset tonight is 8:01. So we should be fine. And we're clipping along at a pretty good pace here. We did see a couple of people on four-wheelers and one guy out mountain biking, but that's been it so far. We're plugging along. There's not a lot of places to get water between Houlton and the Monticello Trestle shelter, so we saw a sign back there at the road crossing, little gas station or something down here, a quarter mile. So we're walking a quarter mile off trail back toward Route 1. Mike was pretty low, almost out of water, so we're gonna go down here. I don't even know if it's, I can't remember. I've driven by here many times. I can't remember if it's a convenience store or what, but at the worst case, they'll have a water spigot that I'm sure they won't mind us getting a little bit of water out of. So a soda would be a bonus. Well, it's approaching the 6:30 hour, and yes, we're still hiking. We're going for the marathon today, 26 miles. We're headed for a shelter near Monticello. I think we're gonna make it. We got about 3.5 miles to go, so ETA approximately 8 o'clock tonight, not tomorrow morning. But we'll also probably get some good sunsets out of this, so maybe we'll get some nice pictures. Wait and see. Keep watching. Don't stop the video. Keep watching. It is 10 to 8, and we are close to ending the day. We are going over the Monticello Trestle Bridge, high above the water. But yeah, pretty new. It's great shape. Wow, wow, wow. That's a great view. Very pretty. Very pretty. Sun's just going down over there. There is a beaver right there. He just chewed himself off a little piece of some tree there. Whoops, I lost him. Where'd he go? Like he's moving fast. Yeah, he's taking that. I don't know if he's going to eat that or dam up something with it. Looks like a great place to hang, though, if you're a beaver, for sure. Nice sunset tonight.